Instagram Traffic Tyrant Exclusive Report. Generate traffic using Instagram. Instagram is the golden child of social media. It's not spoken about as often in a digital marketing sense as the bigger, more established platforms. But this is just part of the reason why you should be marketing on Instagram. It should come as no surprise to you when I say that Facebook and Twitter are both saturated with advertising, and users have learned to turn out the constant noise businesses are making on those platforms. On the other hand, Instagram is a relatively new social platform. Only 36% of marketers have actually committed to the platform, resulting in an overall higher brand interaction. Generally, people have significant doubt that Instagram and other photo-sharing social media platforms can be used in a business setting, whether to increase brand awareness or increase conversion. However, you should consider these facts. Instagram has a per-follower engagement rate 4.21%. That's 58 times higher than Facebook. Furthermore, users share close to 40 million photos every day. Every second, these photos garner an overall average of 8,500 likes and 1,000 comments. That in itself is proof of massive audience engagement. Perhaps even more impressive is that if someone follows you on Instagram, 100% of your content will make it onto their feed. Social media marketing is often considered the alternative to SEO, reason being that in SEO situations, it can be difficult to escape the shadows cast by market leaders. By this, I mean your links are buried by the flood of content that these leaders are consistently pumping out. Meanwhile, Instagram is the opposite end of the spectrum. Once you get that follower, they will see all of your content. It doesn't matter if they happen to also be following Nike, Coca-Cola, and NASA as well. The Instagram demographic. Instagram is the ideal platform if you're targeting users in the 18 to 34-year-old zone. Don't let this fool you at all. User interactions with brands post as a percentage of brands' fans or followers. Instagram, 4.21%. Facebook, 0.7%. Twitter, 0.3%. Source, Q1 2014, U.S. Top 50 Brands Social Web Track, Forrester Research Incorporated. Expanding on that, 68% of its users are female, and more users are reported to live in cities rather than rural areas. Have you ever wondered why Instagram is so popular in the fashion industry? Well, if you're selling younger women's clothing, you should already be on the platform. There are millions of users, and it's more than possible to market to other demographics on the platform. Always keep in mind who's using the platform when marketing on Instagram, and you can properly target your audience. The secrets of a successful post. Now that you understand a bit how you can use Facebook to market your brand or really anything, it's time to look at some of the most common Facebook posting mistakes that marketers make. One of the fundamentals of digital marketing is that you give away free content so that, in turn, your audience will see your online presence as valuable. On Instagram, you have to view your post as your content. That's what you have to work with. This post perfectly targets Instagram's demographic. Look at how it's been structured and try to decipher why it works. What I'm attempting to draw to your attention is that nothing is actually being sold. This post is a photo of a well-dressed model. Maybe the audience comes along and likes what she's wearing, and they think it's something they would like to wear. The audience then considers this quality content, so they comment, like, or follow. If you read the text, the audience is being asked to click a link and go to a blog. A lot of them are even tagging their friends, which creates a viral reach effect for traffic. Great post. Like I said before, it isn't selling a thing. Social media marketing is all about being social, and it's important that you measure the success of a post by the overall audience engagement. If you make content people are talking about, it will end up being shared around and as a result draw in a larger audience. From there, you can direct them down your marketing funnel, get them on your list, or do anything else you'd like. How is this engagement measured? Starting off, we need to set objectives or goals. Actions that we would like to see people taking after seeing our content. In a marketing context, we tend to call these action conversions. A conversion is any action that a lead or visitor takes that you deem beneficial to your business. For example, your conversions on Instagrams are, for the most part, the engagement supported by the platform. Here are some examples of engagements on Instagram. Receiving a like, a new follower, a user following a link to your landing page, a user playing a video. It's essential that you place focus on doing the social stuff first and understand that the sales and monetary payoff will come later. How to get people to do what we want. How would you normally get someone to do something for you? Think about that for a second. Generally speaking, you would ask them. Remember, we are marketing to people, not robots. If you scroll back up and look at the American Eagle's post, they are asking people to click on a blog post. Think of it like this. Your content is something you do for them. People love to reciprocate, so if you ask them to do something, they are more likely to do such. Asking your audience to do something is commonly known as call to action, and you should have a call to action for all of your marketing efforts when applicable. Your call to action should be easy for the audience to act upon. I will touch on this in greater detail shortly, but for now, you need to remember that the vast majority of Instagram users are on their phones. You need to keep things really simple. If you ask people to go to your blog, there needs to be a link. And when they arrive, your blog needs to be easy to navigate. This means it should be mobile-friendly to increase conversions. How to get your Instagram generating traffic. How would you normally get someone to do something for you? Social media marketing is truly a content game. At the end of the day, if you're taking bad photos with no context, no one is going to pay any attention to your efforts. What I would recommend is that you take a long, hard look at the biggest players on Instagram and see what they're doing. Look at popular posts as well from accounts that you happen to follow. For example, Nike, National Geographic, the NBA. Study the marketing efforts of these companies. Nike uses a lot of video to further engage their audience, and National Geographic takes amazing photos. The NBA has the star factor of every NBA player to focus a lens on. So, what do all of these businesses have in common? They do what they do, and they do it well. They focus on what their demographic would enjoy and interact with. Nike does not take amazing photos like National Geographic, and National Geographic doesn't have hundreds of athletes to film. There is no one recipe for success. Find what you do well and do it the best you can. Ideas for content you can post include photos of your product, photos of people enjoying your product, quotes, infographics, and yes, even selfies. I recommend that you read this guide linked here if you're struggling for content ideas. As a general rule of thumb, most businesses start by posting photos of their product being enjoyed in some way. That is fine, but you want to move past doing just that if you want to further your audience engagement. Can you tell your business's story with photos? If, say, you own a tech company and you find yourself at an exhibition, by all means, bring a camera and document it for your audience so that they feel included. Make them feel like they're benefiting from the content of your post. Another tried and tested way to kick off an Instagram account is with a competition of some sort. This works really well if you have an audience built up on another social media platform, which you can then use to cross-promote. It's actually a very common tactic in the fashion industry. I'm sure you've seen a post along the lines of, post a photo wearing our clothes and enter into the running to win X, Y, and Z. These kinds of posts end up driving tons of traffic and even going viral. Benefits. You can share thousands of photos of your products or anything. Your brand becomes a trending hashtag. You will get new followers regularly and expand your audience. The social confirmation of seeing hundreds of people in the clothes or using your products will increase sales and conversions. You position yourself as an authority because of all the content you now have.